All right. Well, today on the lockdown, we welcome, episode 15, we welcome NRL, New South Wales Blues, Australian Kangaroos superstar, the Klemmer, David Klemmer. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Klemmer. I've never heard that before. Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know, mate. I think it was from the doggy supporters, mate. They're lunatics. So that name just stuck with me. I think after the Belmore game, 2015, I think that stuck after that big game, and yeah, the Cleminator.
You've been a destroyer of your career. It's been, mate, to be honest, you've been really fun to watch because we kind of lost. I'm 38. Now I'm 30. Nearly 39 now. You know, I grew up in the 90s watching rugby league, and mate, they were tough cunts. Fuck, they were tough cunts.
Bloody oath.
Went a bit wayward, late 2000s, early 10s, and in comes this firecracker. Like you caught my attention. Obviously, that Good Friday game, and we'll talk about that.
It was on the other day, mate. It brought back some bad memories.
Mate, it was fucking awesome, but it's passion. It's the passion that you bring to your game that we constantly see. So it's probably what makes you a fan favourite. Discipline's not your strong point, but passion is probably your strongest point. Mate, how's isolation treating you? You got 2 kids, 3 kids?
I got 3 boys, mate. 3 boys. They're just as bad as each other.
How old?
6, 4, and 3. So, mate, there's a ring of fire every day. So they punch on with each other. So I put them in a little circle, and then I'll push them in, and it's 1-on-1. First one that cries goes to bed.
Who gets up? Who gets up?
My middle boy so far, he's the strongest, mate. He doesn't cry. So when he's got a good jaw. So I'm teaching him young.
It's us. I'm a middle boy as well. Out of 3 boys, the tough ones are middles, mate. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like how's it with the missus 24/7 and the kids screaming and no footy?
It's been mate, we do a lot of housework. Man. I'm not much of a handyman, so mate, I'm bloody hopeless. So she's got me doing stuff. I've got no idea what to do. I'm having a blue with her because she doesn't know what I'm doing. So, but mate, it's been good with the kids. The kids are keeping me sane. Going down the park and doing stuff with them. It's been pretty good.
You recently got married. Well, not too long ago, but about a year ago or something, you got married.
2 years, about 2 years ago. I've been 2 years. This year will be 3 years.
3 years. I was that long ago. I remember Jimmy coming to my house, fucking seedy as next day. Leah was telling me
it was not well, mate. It was not well.
It was a complete Derek. I heard pulling his dance moves.
He thinks he's a good dancer, mate. He thinks he's a good dancer.
Mate, you met your wife at school. You met again at top.
High school sweethearts, mate. Yeah, we met in year 11.
What school did you go to?
Westfield Sports.
Oh, did you go to Westfield Sports?
Yeah, went out there.
How old are you? 26. Oh, you wouldn't have been. Jared went there as well. Jared Hayne was there.
Yeah, he was there. So I think I might have been year 7. I think they were just leaving there year 12. So just
much older?
Yeah, they're much older than me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you grew up in Toongabbie, is that right?
I played out there. I had heaps of my mates out there. I grew up around Fairfield. I grew up in Fairfield, so I grew up around there. Yeah. So
at least in Toongabbie, you don't stand out too much. You look normal in Fairfield. I used to have I grew up in Fairfield as well as a kid. Well, I had a shop there. Mate, you would have stood out like Solvers balls in Fairfield.
Yeah. So I was like the only big. I was a kid out there. So. Mate, I had a great childhood, mate, with my mates. Got up to a lot, and I love playing footy, mate. That's where I play. Whenever my mates went, we all played footy with them, and it was good.
So why Toongabbie? If you live in that Fairfield way, you played your junior footy at Toongabbie?
Yeah, played my junior footy there. I played it around Fairfield. I played for like Mount Pritchard was around there.
Oh yeah, Mounties.
Mounties, and then we just went out there because Guildford, Cabramatta, they're all the gun sides. That's where the good players were. Junior Paulo was at Cabra, so they had a great footy side. So we try to build a side out Toongabbie way, and that's where some of my mates lived, and it didn't work. we got the spoon.
I read that you're a bit of an AFL player. Now you're 6'6". You fucking,
Yeah.
hey, I'll bet you twice and fucking did the score. You're obviously a fucking ruckman, yeah? You're playing ruck?
Yeah, I play ruckman, yeah. I just I just love playing. Like I played when I was a kid, and I just loved I just tackled like I was playing footy, and they loved it, mate. The AFL people they sort of picked up, and I was a bit taller than other kids. I was pretty skinny at the time, and yeah, I didn't mind it. So
How long did you play?
I played till I was about 15, and then I just sort of stopped because I was probably like Harriet Matthews. So I had to make a choice then to start playing footy, and I chose footy. I just love rugby league, mate. I was rugby league all over.
Well, you're a ruckman, so tradition. I'm Victorian, so I played AFL from the age of 6 till my last year was 3, and ruckmen are traditionally the worst fucking kickers in the team.
Yeah.
Did you pick up kicking skills at least?
I did, mate. I did. You asked Jimmy, mate. I'm halfback stuck in the front row's body, mate.
That's what I say.
Yeah, mate. So I love kicking the footy around. You pick up those sort of skills, you know. You don't which I did, and I've always waited for the opportunity, mate. So every time there's like a loose ball on the ground in footy, I've always call them for it for a kick, so I could just show it off.
So the game on the line, you got the grand final, you need to fucking kick it to the corner for somebody to catch.
Mate, they won't expect it.
Perfect. Edric Lee to catch it in the air and score a try. Would you fucking have you got that confidence?
Oh. Mate, I don't know. I'd be too scared, mate. I'd be too scared. We're trying to work. Me and Willie. I don't know if you know Willie Peters. Willie Peters is trying to get me a little trick play to.
Really?
He's trying to get a little trick play.
He's a funny bloke.
Nah, he's a good man, mate. I love him. I've got him on really well this year with him at the Knights. He's mentioned you before, and he's a good man, mate. Willie.
Yeah, I didn't even know he went there until I spoke to him. About 2 weeks ago. One of the boys on the podcast bagged him and made fun of him.
Yeah.
You know what he actually did? Yeah. I haven't spoken to him in about 6 months. He used to his kids do Dewey with my kids, right?
Yeah.
We know each other from the area as well.
Yeah.
And sends me this message the other day, freaking with me. He goes, "Put your money on last race in Melbourne. There's a horse named Fidelia. Put everything you got on it." He goes, "I don't know if you bet or not." I said, "I don't really bet. I haven't bet for a while, but hey, I'll put it on just because you've done it."
Yeah.
I put $500 on. I swear the thing was a fucking donkey.
Oh, fuck. Don't listen to him, mate. Don't listen to him with the tips. Fuck.
Yeah, it's awful. Hey, mate, you talk about Harold Max. You went straight to Canterbury, yeah? You grew up, like, you went through all your junior footy at Canterbury?
Yeah, so I was playing, obviously, Parramatta District, and then 15, and then 15 went to the Bulldogs, played Harry Matthews there, and yeah, mate, the rest is history. Went through all the juniors there, SG Ball, 20s, played a couple of reserve grade games, and then first grade. Yeah, probably the best time of my life, you know, coming through that system. Very strong system, and you know they've brought some great players through there as well.
At that time, the junior system was pretty strong, wasn't it? Like at Bulldogs, who else was coming through at the same time as you?
Obviously, you had like me, Lalani Natu, Dale Finucane, Josh Jackson, Tim Laffey, Marty Tapau was a couple of years older. He was just a year or two before me. Sam Cassiano. Who was that, mate?
Moses Ambai, was he?
Moses. Me. We come through the same time. So we had a great cop. Peter Mulholland used to be back there. He's at Canberra at the moment. He's the one that's got all the pommies and stuff down at Canberra Raiders. So he's a good recruit, mate. He's been around the traps for a long time, and it was great for us when we were coming through at that time.
With the juniors at Canterbury, they for what I've seen, they give a lot more support than other clubs in the junior system. So it tends to retain the players a lot longer.
Yeah.
What do they do to, obviously it's not about financial at the age of 15, 16, 17. What do they do for you guys to keep you guys there and keep you interested in playing at Canterbury? What services they provide you?
Probably like the school fees, maybe. Like a lot of kids, it's probably different now. They probably get a lot more. But I remember when I was coming through, it was just paying for my school fees or private health. and like if you made like a schoolboy rep team, if you had to pay, obviously you got to pay for like the levies and the school fees for the schoolboy stuff. That obviously they look after that. So that's the sort of stuff I think when I was coming through, that was sort of what I got, and man, I was happy, mate. I was stoked. So to get your training gear as well, mate. You thought you're the man. You want to wear it everywhere down the shops. You thought you were the grouse, walking around everywhere with your kit on.
Did they help you with work and stuff? Like, did they help you find work and help you get your bucks?
Yeah, you could. When I finished school, I sort of went into landscaping, mate. So I was the landscaper at Belmore.
You were a landscaper?
Yeah, so I was the groundsman. I was like apprentice groundsman at Belmore Sports Ground.
I've actually got a mystery caller. Hold on. Mystery caller just called through. Hold on. He used to work with you. Hello.
David Klemmer, brother. What's doing?
Who's this? I can't see.
How do I put my screen on? Oh, I'm on. Hold on.
There you go.
Oh, here he is. What's doing, lad?
What's doing? How we doing?
Oh, here we go. Oh, first, tell the story when you tell the story when you read Leo in the gator.
Oh, bro, you almost flipped the gator when you pushed it down the hill when you released the handbrake.
Tell the other one when we lost on the back.
Oh, no, I got a way better one. When you whippersnippered the dog shit.
Oh,
in
my mouth.
So one day we had the whippersnip. We were working together as horticulturists, and they said we had to go out the back of where the bulldogs train there and clean the dog park up. And I said, Klemmer, you go first and whippersnip this tall grass.
He was on the mad mower too, like the rider. I tried to go to the whippersnipping the shit job.
Yeah, so I'm sitting behind him, and then all I hear is this like, shoo, 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 shoo. And it was this plastic bag full of dog shit, and it's just exploded all over his face, all over everywhere. Mate. And he javelined this fucking whippersnipper, I swear, like 30 meters over the fence.
I was pissed off. I went home, mate. I went home straight away. I said, fuck this.
He had this big bit on his face, and we had no water, but we had these spray cans. They could spray can the ground, so he was spraying himself and trying to wipe it off because it stunk so bad.
Oh.
And then, remember, you got naked. This isn't a public park. Got naked, got in his undies, and walked all the way back over this big hill, like where training is. It fucking stank like shit. Mate.
All I thought about, I didn't know, because at the time I didn't think it was like a dog park. I thought it was human shit. I thought some dirty person has shit in a bag and put it here. And I was so angry. I've got it in my face. That's why I was so angry.
I thought it's just dog shit. It's not human shit.
Well, that's what I was thinking in my head. I was so angry. Who was shit in the bag and put it here? That's what I was so angry.
Oh man, we got up to so good. We would hide in the gator sometimes. We would hide. We would go and hide. So we would go and hide. So we'd get in the tractor and go hide. It was funny as. It was good times. I had a photo. I was trying to find this photo of us sitting in this gator, but I fucking lost it. But bro, that was the biggest chunk was on his cheek. I'll never forget. It was on his cheek, like this big, and it was just a big bit of dog shit.
Oh mate, I felt sick. I didn't even train that night. That night I had training. I walked home. I went home. I didn't train. I felt so sick.
Oh, everyone was asking questions because he was coming back in his undies over the fence. I think first grade were training on the main field, and we were walking straight past them.
Oh, I was filthy, mate. It was
good. It was good times.
No nicknames from that incident?
No, what?
No nicknames? I didn't give him a nickname?
No, I never gave Big Clem a nickname because I would have got fucking smashed.
No, I don't think anyone. No one gave me a nickname. Mate. That was one of the worst days of my life. I think I was human shit.
Jimmy Dymock was probably the only one that would give you shit. He's the only one who fucking give everyone shit, no matter what.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What happened with the bloody
the boss.
With the boss. What happened there?
Was he standing in front or behind? No, he was standing in front of it.
Yeah, it was in front, and we were working out how to go in reverse and like with the handbrake, and you driving on me. All I remember is that we were trying to rev it, but because the handbrake was on, it was gone, and then fucking you flipped it down.
We squashed the boss in between the walls, so he was standing in front of the gate. We squashed him, and he was screaming. We thought he killed him.
He blowing up like this, because we never heard him so angry. He was calling us fucking idiots, and like walked away with a limp, like threw shit. He used to sit in this little office of his. He's like this little shed. Fucking went in there, kicked up the shit. Me and him just like being clever.
We didn't know what to do.
Yeah, fuck. Remember, we almost flipped the gator down the hill. Remember, you tried to get it as closest to the edge as you could. It was like this big hill.
What's the gator?
And then
The big mile, is it?
Nah, it's like a big buggy that you drive around, but you fill it with all gardening equipment. But it's like a big dune buggy.
Dune buggy thing, yeah.
We rolled it down the hill, and then to get it back up, we had to both get out and push it.
That was behind the hill, eh?
Yeah, the hill at Belmore. There's a massive hill that goes down where everyone sits, and we flip the gator straight down the fucking hill. And for 2 hours, he goes, "Where have you been?" And we've been fucking pushing this gator back up the hill.
We don't want to get in trouble. Wow, that was good memories, man.
Yeah, that was my first job. Fuck, it was fun.
Yeah.
All right, lads.
You played 18s and with him as well, like 18s or towards the 20s.
Was it SG Ball 20s fest?
Yeah, SG Ball. Yeah, by the time I come into 20s, I think you're already into grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 1 year young, but.
How was he back then? Was he the same like firecracker he is now? Always starting blues and shit?
Oh, yeah, we just got behind him and then said, if you want to fight me, you got to fight Klemmer first. So it was easy. I'm a Gold Coast boy, so I come from the Gold Coast and then went straight to Western Sydney parties where he'd rock up and Jacob Loco would have his shirt off and Klemmer would be there. So it's fucking, I was the skinny tan boy from fucking
Bass Hill. Went to Bass Hill High School.
Yeah, Bass Hill and Westfields. Man, I went from Palm Beach, Currumbin to dealing with Westfields. There's two different fucking areas.
It's a little bit different.
No, it was good, but it was good.
What are you doing now, Jaelen? What are you up to now?
I was living in Townsville. I was playing our Q Cup up here, and before the comp got cancelled, so I've been enjoying it. Did a pre-season with the Cowboys this year, and was doing well there before this Corona thing got hit. Was trying to get back into the system, but put a bit of a spanner in the works. But what can you do?
How's the old man going? I haven't spoken to him for a while.
No, he's good. Yeah. He's real good. He's real good. Big Dino.
What's he doing now, lad?
He's the welfare officer at Parramatta, so he's the pikey from over Bulldogs. Yeah, so he got a good gig. So he's keeping in the system. All the boys seem to like him. So he's good at his job.
Oh, that's great.
All right, well, I'll let you go, lads. I'll let you go. Thanks for the chat.
Good to hear, mate.
See you,
thanks for the memories, mate.
See you later, brothers.
Speak to you. See you, bud.
Cheers.
See you, mate. See you, brother.
Wow, that was a mystery caller. How'd that go? Fuck.
Oh, yeah, that was all right. Bloody hell. It brings up a good memory, mate.
Oh, I was asking, did you swallow it with the shit, be honest? Did you a little bit get in?
I don't know, mate. I was just paranoid. I was dry reaching. I was spitting. I can't remember, mate. I remember it on my face, but fuck, mate, I was pissed off.
Shit. Well, look, it's, like, yeah, basically that was at the age of, 18, 19? When did you make your first grade debut? How old were you?
I was 19.
19.
Yeah.
You lost your first game you played. Cowboys, which at that point, fucking top team anyway. They were a great team back then.
They were good, man.
This is your first game. I know you're a madman, and mate, all everyone says about you, you're a fucking madman, right? But Desi is, from what I hear, the master manipulator, like the fucking he's like the puppeteer. He knows exactly what to say to fucking get you going, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel going into your first ever game of NRL, especially at that time, a fucking cracker team?
Yeah.
I think even was Brains playing back then. Luke O'Donnell, was he still going? No, it was the Roosters back then.
Yeah, he's at Roosters 13. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel going against such a cracker team for your first game, right? And did they say anything to you to fucking G you up, get you a little bit more, a bit more pumped up for the game?
I don't know. No, he wasn't. I didn't think he wanted to make me too nervous, or he tried to make it as most relaxed as possible. I think he knew how I was, so he just tried to calm me down, and he did his best he could. I couldn't control myself. I was a nervous wreck all week. Mate, I was just saying to me after my first game, I only played like 15 minutes because I felt that sick. I come off straight away. I put my hand up. I was like, fuck, I'm sick. I just started vomiting. Anyway, I kept vomiting. I felt that sick. And then the game finished, and I walked off to go shake the other team's hand, and I just vomited. Almost vomited on these cheerleaders. Like, they were standing right there. And when you finish the game, they're there. Oh, mate, I was that's all I remember about my first grade debut. I was crook as a dog. I don't know if I was nervous or what.
Just nerves? There was nothing else? You're just nervous, just fucking fuck your stomach?
Yeah, I think I was nervous. I took a lot of chaos, like a lot of pre-workout. I was pumped up. I was drinking all this pre-workout. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be ready for this. The next thing, mate, I'm sitting on the bench for the whole game, and then like I started feeling sick, and I went on. I was gone. I was gone.
Mate, 2 or 3 games later, this was the first time I'd seen you because I'm a Storm supporter.
Yeah.
You're playing against Melbourne. Fucking Billy Slater gives you a flying back kick to the fucking head. Now, mate, you had to put your head down a bit into it, right? Because he's fucking 5 foot fucking nothing, and you're 6 foot 25. Mate, what happened? Like, I know you went for the ball. Your eyes were on the ball. We could see it. What happened afterwards? I can't remember. Did you keep playing or?
Yeah, I kept playing. Mate, I just went for the kick chase. I thought he was going to land in front of me, and I was just going to tackle him. The next thing when he caught it, he like jumped another like 1 or 2 meters, and that's when he kicked me in the face. I felt somebody got a bat and hit me in the face because I didn't expect it. He hit me right on the chops, and yeah, I stayed down like an idiot. I stayed down for a bit, and
were you milking it?
Oh, it got me good. Like, it felt like someone punched me in the face.
Oh, good fucking shot. It was a big shot.
It was on the chin, and yeah, I got back up, and it was all good. I was sweet.
Mate, it looked like fucking Van Damme in Bloodsport when he was fighting that Korean.
It was a great kick. It was a 10 out of 10 kick, mate. It was 10 out of 10 kick.
It was a very shit go. Like, I love Billy Slater, but it was a very big shit go.
I think he knew, bro. I reckon he knew I was coming. He goes to be like, he just, in fairness of the game, he probably just put his leg out. It's all good. It was sweet.
Well, that year you didn't play much more. You only played like 4 or 5 games, didn't you?
Yeah, I played 4 games, and then I hurt my knee because I wasn't playing much minutes. I had to go back and play reserve grade just to get top up, and then I think it was a midweek game. Then I hurt my knee, and I was done for the rest of the year.
Oh.
And then
yeah. Is that something that like you've been pretty good, knock on wood, with injuries, but is that something that was pretty common back when you're a bit small, like as in skinnier, when you're tall and lanky, and now you've built up, you've obviously strengthened your legs and strengthened all the muscles around your vital joints. Is that something that was pretty common to get knee injuries or hip injuries and shit like that because you're tall and skinny?
Yeah. When I look back at it now, I've talked about this a fair bit, especially as young blokes coming through. Probably that 18, 19, when you're still a kid. Your body's still like a kid. Some guys are very blessed and they're physically ready and that, and some people might take them a couple of years. Straight out of high school, you training with first grade. I'm versing these blokes have been training in elite level for 10, 12 years. I know for a fact my body wasn't ready, and if I could go back and change it, I'd rather change the way I've come through. I knew my body wasn't ready, but obviously as myself, I wanted to play first grade straight away. I wanted to get there, and but if I could change it, I probably could. But it is what it is. It's that's just how it is.
You obviously weren't too far off because 2014 was your breakout season. There was obviously you had a good steady year. I think you played nearly 20 games. I was reading.
Yeah.
You catch everyone's eye. You in your first proper season, as I spoke to Moses the other day, you were blessed enough to be in a grand final, right?
Yeah.
The only bad point to that was that fucking South that we were red hot and they've had superstars coming in there up. How did you feel like getting a good season under you? Then in your first full season, going straight to a grand final, like you said, you had your nerves on your first game. Mate, you had to have been butterflies on the grand final, yeah?
Oh, definitely. Well, I had that 4 games, and then I had that whole rest of the year off, whole off season off. Like I had a whole full 12 months of just training, mate. And I knuckled down. I've had my head screwed on, and a lot of determination to get back. Because we had a good footy side. We had like Cassiano, Pritchard, Eastwood, and I'm just a young bloke, who's getting injured all the time. I had to get back in the team somehow. So I had to knuckle down, and I had there was some lot of dark times, but I think that made me who I am today. That year, it was meant to happen. It was that made me get more determined. Look after my body more and get bigger. Hit the gym, and come 2014, I played a full year, and ended up making my playing that grand final and making my Kangaroos debut as well that year.
Yeah, it was a major breakout year, but you're 20-year-old by then. You lost the grand final. It's unfathomable. So you can't I couldn't even think about what would go through your head. I've lost fucking Division 4 AFL grand finals and rugby league finals, mate, playing at fucking Kangaroos and shit.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I want to jump off a cliff. How does it feel as a 20-year-old fulfilling your dream to be a major player, and then missing out in the grand final? Did that make you more determined afterwards? Did it put more fire in the belly for you to come out next year? Because 2015, you turned into a fucking beast.
Yeah,
right? You basically took over the fucking NRL in your position. So what did it do to you?
Yeah, definitely. It was hard. When you're that young, you think like for me personally, making the grand final, your second year in, you think it's going to happen every year, or every second year you're going to make the grand final. So you've got to put yourself in those positions. You've got to make sure you look after yourself, and you've got to keep being hungry. I reckon that's the biggest thing. Is you still want to be hungry and doing these things and playing footy and chasing your goals. So obviously after that year, I had still had a lot to work on, and every year I try and work on something to improve as a footy player. Because if you stop working on your craft and or you're developing yourself, and that's where the fun's not enjoyable anymore.
Well, it's whatever's motivated you that season is, it looks like that grand final loss really fucking flipped you over the edge, right? You turned into a freak, right? Like into a really, really enjoyable monster. Like people like starting to watch you play. And I think, like I said, the first thing that caught my eye big time was that Good Friday when you got sent off, right? I'm a coach now. I love passion. And you're off your head for thinking that was the fucking late hit. It's the fucking late hit.
He always broke his leg.
But you still stuck up for your team, mate. James Graham, one of the toughest pricks in NRL. And then you out the back, little 21-year-old with a bump up on your face. And you tell the referee's off his fucking head, right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon, all right, you played some good footy and you made the Kangaroos to a butt. Do you reckon that aggression, that passion is what actually caught like New South Wales eyes to really put that confidence in you and New South Wales at that point were lacking passion. They had no passion, right? They had no fucking chance because they were playing against 3 or 4 immortals, but they had no passion. They'd lost that drive. Do you think seeing that incident like that and then how you played after it, because you're still a fiery motherfucker after when you come back from suspension, do you think that's what kind of got you more of a stalwart of New South Wales?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. They must have liked something about the way I play. Obviously I was coming off the bench a lot back then, so maybe they wanted to use me as an impact player or something I can obviously do off the bench. And obviously the minutes you get with that coming off the bench, you've got to be as dominant as you can. So every time I played, the minutes I got, I tried to be the best I could. And obviously I'm a very competitive bloke, and so when I'm playing competitive, I'm playing, I'm not thinking what other people are thinking of me on the field at that time. So sometimes they've got the best of me. Obviously the 2000 in that South game, it did get the best of me. And sometimes, and other times it has. It's got me in some trouble with the referees. But mate, it's sport. You look at soccer or any other sport when, these people, they're playing with a lot of passion and they want to win. And that's just who I am. That's how I was brought up, a very competitive person. And I want to win.
Well, don't think you have to change a thing. We've spoken about this with Luke O'Donnell, with John Flighty, and it's who you are. It's the style of player you are. You want to be who you are today, and that effective in this manner if you change that. So I personally, I fucking love it. I know 95% of the rugby league world loves it as well. So just keep on being you, bro. But you played your first State of Origin game. How'd you feel, number one? And number two, you talk fucking a fuck off or something? What was that about? How did that start?
I don't know, mate. I think, mate, early stages, mate, back to that 2014 year. So we had a trial match against the Melbourne Storm, and so we had first Melbourne Storm and Cameron Smith, mate. The whole game, I didn't say one word to Smitty the whole game. So every time I ran, I was just running at Smitty, and he was squeezing me really hard around the neck and like doing the wrestling stuff on me, and I didn't say one thing. And I think we later, like this is at the end of the trial. This is a trial match, by the way, and at the end of the game, I just pushed me. I said, "Get down here." I think we scored a try, and that was just being a young dumb me, you know. I was just, you know, it was like, yeah, get down this Smitty, and I pushed him, and then he sort of just turned back, and then that's when it all happened. And then obviously that got back to like Corey Parker would have heard about it, and a lot of other people would have heard about it, and we just didn't get along at that stage. Me and Cos are good mates now, and so yeah, it was in that 2015. So the year after 2015 series, you know, obviously I had my head on a platter there. They were trying out to get me, and I think you can see. I think where it started, maybe in game 2. Where they, him and Aiden Greer had my head on the ground, and they were squeezing my face. I felt my nose was getting squashed like through my face, and that's when I was punching up at him, and then it just started from that. We just got stuck into it, and then we won that game, and then after that game we shook hands, and we didn't shake hands, and then that's when all that stuff sort of happened, and yeah, mate. Looking back at it now, I'm a bit embarrassed by it, but that I can't change. That's just who I was, and but as I said, me and Cos are good mates now. We've you know, he was the same young person, you know, coming through. He did the exact same sort of thing, and yeah, mate. It's just young fiery David Klemmer. That's just me.
You're built for Origin. There's not many players built for Origin, right? Just your passion and your fucking anger and the manner in which you play. There's no sideways, there's no backwards, there's only forward of you, right? You're built for Origin. Did you realise that when you got your first call-up? Like, did you go, I'm here for this, this is what I want? You know, most people I've spoken to have said to me they played both Origin and Kangaroos. You know, they love their country, but Origin is the fucking pinnacle. Was that the most exciting part of your career, the fact that you got to play Origin and really showcase what you're about?
Oh, definitely, mate. I remember when I was a kid, you used to get wait up late Wednesday night and watch the game of footy, and to go out and do it, it's words can't describe it, mate. Honestly, like running out, putting the jersey on, and running out at ANZ Stadium is I can't explain it, mate. It's one of the best highs you can have in your life. You know, that raw when you run out and putting the jersey on, and of all the people that have helped you get there, and you know, you're doing it for them, so you never want to lose that as well. You know, you always want to be there. So I love playing Origin. It's one of the great great games, and you get to play in footy, and mate, I love it. I love the jersey. I love playing for my state, and it's one of the best games to ever play, because mate, everyone's out to get you, and every tackle's like a brick wall, mate. Every time you run into someone, Joshua Parley and Dylan Harper, we run into them, we like running brick walls.
No, it's the pinnacle of the game. Grand finals, obviously, you want to win a grand final, and yeah, you've done your World Cup. But I think Origin is, you talk to everyone that's been involved in all facets of the game, they always go back to Origin, and their response is exactly what you said: I can't explain it. It's just a fucking feeling that I just can't explain. I fucking love it, you know. Yeah. And knowing your passion, it's like you're made for that shit. There's not many players that are made for that shit. You're made for Origin. Because of passion, we touched on this before. Your discipline has been a little bit wayward sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You are competitive. You're an angry fella. Is this something you're going to try? Like, you have tried to fix. You can see that you've been trying to fix it lately. But is this something you work on the next couple of seasons to get to that next level?
Yeah, mate. Obviously, for me, I've always if I fuck up or I do something or during the game, it stays on my mind. I can't lose it. I can't.
Oh, wait. We got another mystery caller. Hello.
Hello, mate. Hey, Fiddy.
Oh, here we go.
Just ring up, ask Klemmer a question. I
Go
just
ahead, mate.
want him to remember. I remember
Hello,
that
Jimmy.
day when... Oh, what's doing, boy?
That's the
What's
worst
doing,
fucking
big boy?
Oh, here we go.
Welcome to the show. Press your camera, mate. Press your camera.
I don't know.
Oh, here he
Nice,
goes.
dude.
Look at the big
Am I
pearly
on?
whites.
Is it on or not? Hang on.
No,
You just had it on.
There you go. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on, mate. You're on.
What's doing? Oh, it's a tough gig, mate. It's isolation up Queensland here. I'm just
You're
on my
living the
walk
life,
with
mate.
dogs.
Where's your Harley, mate? Where's the Harley?
Nah, there's no Harley. It's all gone. All that stuff's gone, mate. Super League stole that. Now, I was going to ask him, does he remember?
Here we
he
go.
just played for Australia, right? He just coming off playing his debut for Australia and that. He plays for Origin. We're doing scrimmage against under 20s.
Oh, here we go.
And some poor kid, he's only a young bloke. He had a little stack out. He's about 4'2" on his tippy toes.
Joey.
He's put a good shot on Klemmer, So
he did it.
He went in
tried
hard,
to break my knee.
He hit him around the knees. But he's only small. He's a midget. Poor Joey Tramontani. Mate, he gave him a good shot. So Klemmer's like, sort of just give him a little rub in the head. And to his credit, little Joey, he wanted to go him.
He did.
And Klemmer said, go away. I said, ease up. That used to be you, mate. You're trying to get the first grade. He's just trying to impress. He's going, oh, mate, he's shit going me, trying to hit my knees in there. I said, no, he's 4'2".
Then I've got you on my face, buddy, screaming on my face, trying to stir me up about it. I'm trying to fight you.
When did you try to fight me? Every session.
The video sessions, the one-on-one video sessions, mate. Wrestling on the ground.
Hey, Jaelen, we're talking about with Klemmer. He's as great as he is and as passionate as he is, he's got some discipline issues sometimes. Have you got any stories about how you used to point out his discipline issues?
Oh, discipline. Mate, I still love it. You always used to say to me, mate, if I used to play against you, I'd kill you. I said, mate, you wouldn't be able to get near me, mate. So every time we do a scrimmage, right, we play a scrimmage, there's someone down, like there's someone injured. Des looks to me, I said, yeah, I'm good to go. Des, put me in. So I go with the reserve graders, I'm playing 5'8".
I hit you late.
I'm yelling a bit of banner. Oh, there he is. Klemmer, the spot. Let's get a Klemmer. I could see steam coming out of his ears. So next play, he comes flying out of the line. Boom, puts a shot on me, drops me, and gets up, starts laughing. I said, I told you I'd drop you. I said, yeah, but look, have a look. Look, we just
got to try. He's got to try. He set the try up. He still got it.
6-0, brother. 6-0. I said, mate, you got to control the energy, mate. Control your aggression. But to his credit,
he used to kill me, mate. He used to frustrate me. I just want to get him.
Who used to win the wrestles out of you two?
Jimmy.
Once we get on the ground, Klemmer was useless.
But I only got him once. I've only got him once.
Right. What about when he was coming back from injury, right? He comes up to me and goes, mate, because we had a dojo there, he goes, let's do a session. I said, yeah, sweet. What do you want to do? He goes, you get the ball. You have it for a minute. You just run straight at me. I said, what? And then I'll have it for a minute. I'll run straight at you. I said, mate, you're off your head. I don't do none of that shit.
And then we wrestled.
One day we did. Remember one day we did? We did the come on, I'll run at you, you run at me.
Yeah, it was a draw.
He had the high knees. He was pumping the high knees. I knew he was going to go high. Tried to butt me off high. I just stayed up top and went down low and tried to get him.
You got me.
That one.
Yeah, 1-1. I bumped you out and you got me. It was even.
Right.
I'll give you that.
You got the bump, did you?
Yeah, he's got a little bump in him.
He never used to say it. He always used to say he used to win. It was 1-1, mate. It was a draw.
Right, he used to then scrimmage. Mate, if we're playing like when we did scrimmage, mate, he wouldn't be able to play. He'd be off for 20 weeks. He'd head eye someone, or he goes, mate, I just want to play rugby league, Jimmy. I said, mate,
That's
you
all I
can't
want
play
to do.
rugby league on the sideline, you wombat. Oh, mate. All right. I've got to go, boys. I've got this dog and have my daughter. Good to see you,
All
Clem.
right, mate.
What dog?
All of-
I'll
New
talk to you,
dog,
Jimmy.
New one. All right, mate. See you, Fiddy.
There,
Bye.
brother.
Sorry,
Oh, the
mate.
lunatic, mate. Dimmy.
Oh shit. Mate, so JD's left. Desi's got the sack. You all asked for a release around the same time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
So, yeah, after that.
Was you reckon, like, look, I'm all for making money because, mate, clubs don't give a fuck about players. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You are a commodity to them. If they can't use you, you're gone. So make as much money as you want. Was it a financial decision to go Knights, or was it just a culture change, the fact that new coaching and staff, is that what more contribute to it more?
Mate, it was never, mate. The media make it out as like it's financial. It was never for financial, mate. I just felt like for myself and my my kids and stuff that where I was in my space and my mental health, I thought it was the best scenario for me to get out of Sydney and go up to Newey because mate, ever since I've come up here, it's been great. It's been great for me and my family, and I've really enjoyed my footy up here. Obviously, last year wasn't too good, but we started off this year really good with Adam O'Brien, and but mate, it was never obviously a lot of things changed since I started at the Dogs, and a lot of people moved on, and I just didn't feel like home anymore, and I thought I just needed to change and move on.
Well, it seems to be kind of working. Like you said, this year you come out firing. Obviously, with old fellas like yourself and Aiden and Mitch Pearce, mate. Then you got these young fellas like Jaelen and Tao and Connor and Street fellas. Like, mate, you got a very good team, a very decent team, right? Real strong team. It seems like you're starting to bond. Do you reckon you're coming back? Like, look, they're saying May 28th. I'll pull whatever fucking hair I got left in my face out if you come back May 28th.
Yeah.
But do you reckon you guys can give it a real tilt? Really, like, being honest, like you've got a good. I thought you'd do way better last year, but this year you're looking a lot fucking stronger, to be honest.
We mate, for us, we just need a lot of confidence. Obviously last year we went for a good patch. We had a good win streak, and then when things didn't go too well for ourselves, we sort of put our heads down and went to shit. To be honest with you, we finished the year off pretty bad, and I think we worked on a lot of that in off season, a lot of resilience, and when shit hit the fan, we got to be better at it, and we worked really hard at it in off season. It was pretty tough with Adzi coming in. He knocked that on the head for us to get more resilient and more mental tough, and he's done a great job, mate. We I think our second game against the Tigers this year, the last game before all the comp start. If we had to play that game last year, we would have lost that game because it was sort of back and forth, and they'll score and then we'll score that, and they'll score 2 tries, and it was if that was us last year, mate, that sort of just got away from us, and that would have been a 50. We would have lost by 50. So for us to do that and win, it was, mate, the dressing sheds after the game. They're seeing everyone smile, and the belief in the squad. Mate, we've got some, as you said, we've got some great players there, and if we can keep building on that when we get back, we're gonna have a good year. I just don't want to. We haven't really earned to get anything yet. If we can keep going the way we're going, then we can earn that sort of praise and stuff like that, mate. So I don't want to say anything to you yet, but we just got to earn that.
Well, I think with that younger squad that you do have, like you got yourself, Mitch is what? Mitch, is he 30? Mitch?
Yeah, he's 30, mate. He wants to get played. We'll play for another 10 years, mate.
Well, Aiden's about, what's Aiden? Aiden's about 38 years old, so
yeah.
But,
mate, they've looked after themselves. Their bodies are in good nick. So having them guys around, it's been a boost. And Piercy, mate, he's gone to another level, mate. And I've known Piercy for a long time, and He's pushing his footy and he's pushing it for the young blokes too. They keep pushing themselves. He's a great skipper and he's someone great to have around the club at the moment. He's doing really well.
Yeah, I worked with him at the Roosters when they won the 2013. I was on the boxing. Mate, he seems like he's so happy right now, and you can tell by his footy, he's fucking killing it. At the Roosters that year, he had mate, if they lost, it would have been the biggest bullshit ever. Like, they had the superstar team best team since back 94 80. But he looks like he's really enjoying his football now. You can see that on the field. It's fucking, it's creating more opportunity for everyone else. That's fucking awesome to see. Bro, I've got a bit more of a serious question here, right?
Yeah.
You get night terrors.
Night terrors, yes.
What the fuck is night? Is this serious or are you fucking around? Night terrors. What's that?
I swear. I don't know, man. I've got them ever since I was a kid. I just wake up screaming, or the sleep paralysis, whatever that stuff is. I've got all that, mate. I've got the works. I've got the squirrels in my head. But mate, I always get nervous when if I have to room with someone. Like, if I have to room with someone, I always try and tell them beforehand because I don't want to freak them out. I get so nervous.
That was my next question. Have you roomed with anyone that come on or what?
Oh, mate, I always knock them on. I always knock it on the head early. I said, mate, if I wake up during the night, just say I'm sweet and stuff because I don't want to scare you. So I've scared a couple of people, mate. I think I got Regan Campbell get out a couple of years ago. I forgot to tell him, and I woke up during the night like, fuck, who the fuck are you? Like, where the fuck am I? He goes, I'm here. I said, who the fuck are you? I was going to fight. Because it's dark, mate. When it's a dark room, I freak out. So always got to leave a light on.
You see like a figure at the top of the bed and you can't move. Is that the night terror you're talking about?
Oh no, that's the sleep. That's the sleep paralysis. That's when you can't move. That's when you can't move.
Yeah.
I get that as well.
Yeah,
but
you just wake up, don't know where you are.
Yeah, I don't know where I am, mate. I was like, where the fuck? Yeah, so it freaks me out, mate. My missus, I feel sorry for my missus, mate. She's fucking got even my kids, like, what the fuck's wrong with Dad, mate? He's screaming again. Fuck. Probably wake them up.
Oh, shit. But I've got some viewer questions. If you don't mind, then we've got a 1 minute wonder and we're done, bro.
Yeah, mate.
Falcon Dogan, mate of mine from out west. He said, I'm actually curious as to how players feel about the no biff rule, especially in the Origin, as it was part of the game's culture. Do they secretly wish for the rule to be lifted and they can punch on? How frustrating does it get when they can't throw punches when tensions are high? Oh, fuck, that's a great one for you.
Obviously, mate. It's when you're playing the game of footy and you're in the moment and the emotions are high and if something happens and it's on, you love the throw. But I think now these days, if you throw them, you're going to let your team down, sort of thing, and you're going to be sitting down. But yeah, times have changed, mate. Especially when I've come through now. Like, I think 2013, that's when the no punch rule. I think that was it. So when I come in, there was no punch it on. So mate, since I've come through, it's just been, I've got in trouble for a slap on Cherry Evans, but it's hard to deal with. But it's mate, the way the game's going in the generation now for the kids, it's probably not good for them to see. And yeah, mate, that's just how it's come.
Yeah, as a father, you realise that, mate. JD would tell you, mate. I fucking love. It's like I've grown up that way. I'm from Blacktown. That's all we fucking from a young age. But now, as a father, mate, like, you think, oh, look, as good as it is, mate. If you know how to fight, Frank Paul lives out New Way. I trained him for a while. That comes like a fight. You can throw his hands. Someone that is trained at fighting hits you, you can fuck someone up. I mean, really bad. So, realistically, it's probably the great rule, but fuck, I missed the big biffs on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. Mate, 100% people will miss it, mate. And you can, mate. It's just it was part of the game for such a long time, and obviously you love to see even now when it starts sort of pushing shove, everyone's at home, so probably someone throws something, but mate, I think that time is gone, and unfortunately.
I'm sure we'll see you do it once in your career coming up. I'm sure.
We'll see.
You better fucking win, mate, please. Corey Tammany from Queensland asks, which player does he fear the most and why? And I just spoke back. I don't think he fears anyone. But do you fear any player? It's hard.
Mate,
I know it's hard.
it's hard. But I'll probably Jakey Dravojevic, mate. If you run straight at him, he's going to kill you. So, probably Jakey, mate. Look, if you're looking up, you better run with all you got because he's going to cut you in half.
Yeah, he's a great underrated, big time. I reckon he's fucking he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mate, Chook, Steve McElrath used to play footy with me. He said, people say you're a cracking AFL player, as we talked. Why'd you choose NRL over AFL?
I just love playing footy, mate. I sort of just because I picked up AFL a bit later, and it was just another thing I could do. Mate, because I love sports, it was just another thing I could do, and I just always loved rugby league. I always wanted to play footy, and Bulldogs, mate. When the Bulldogs come knocking, that was my childhood footy side, and I couldn't resist.
Yeah, it makes sense. Jim Doonan, he used to work at he's a PCYC, old mate of mine. Maybe knows you as well. He said, ask him about his love of flying.
Oh, flying.
What's the problem there? What's that about?
I hate flying, mate. I hate flying. I hate turbulence. I hate going in aeroplanes. I sweat. I sweat, and I always try and fall asleep before the flight goes.
Oh, Jim was actually on the City team, wasn't he? He helped with the City team.
Yeah. Big Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, great boys.
Yeah. It stresses me out, mate. Especially when we have to go out in the country and go on those little planes.
Oh, the Rex planes.
I reckon I'll lose 2 kilos of sweating before I get on there. I can't do it.
Last few question. Mate, how'd you feel last year? Obviously, playing against Tonga in the Oceania Cup and being one of their main power forwards. How did you feel knowing you've lost the game? Probably the biggest upset in international history. How did it feel for you after the game?
Oh, mate, I was gutted. But then again, mate, the Tongan side, they're unbelievable, mate. Like you look at that side, 1 to 17, they're bloody monsters, and they're superstars of the game. And what they've done culturally and what they've done for the international game, it's amazing, mate. And it's a credit to them and the culture they're building there. It's unbelievable. And to lose, mate, obviously it was disappointing to lose when you're playing for Australia. It was gut wrenching, but now we know we've got a fight in their hands, mate. They're a great footy side, and what those players are doing for the international game it's great, and hopefully we can get more fixtures like that because it's great for the international game. What they've done.
I spoke to Hopper and I had Adam Fennell-Blake on last week, right? They both said the same thing. I keep on bringing up this culture, and you just said it. They've built this fucking crazy culture there. Is it something that Australia's got to probably rebuild and start working on a bit more? Like, do you go in the camp going, fucking New South Wales or fucking... I know I've heard it used to be like that a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if it is anymore. Yeah. Is that something that you guys, as stalwart Aussies, there's a good 15 of you that always going to make the team for the next couple of years. Is that something you've got to work on, I reckon? Like, try and build that culture again? We've got
all that in. Like, since Mal's come in, he's been great, mate. He's been really good with all that sort of stuff. He's really tipped that like New South Wales, Queensland stuff on its head. All that sort of stuff. Obviously he's out the door when he's come in, and he's been great, mate. Mate, the last 2 years haven't been too good for us. I think we've played four games, 2 last year and the 2 year before, and we won 2 of them. So, mate, we've got a lot of work. We've had a lot of big clean out, mate. A lot of players have retired from international footy, and it's the new. Yeah, so some of the best players that play the game, they've left the team, and it's the new generation now. It's to come through and do the job. So, mate, it's a big task for us. We've got a lot of talent, mate. There's a lot of good players there, and mate, we just got to be better. We've got to adapt to it because these teams like Tonga, England, even Fiji, mate. Fiji are going well. New Zealand, there's some quality international sides now. So we've got to be on the top of our game. Or whoever is selected for Australia now, they've got to be we've got to be ready to go because there's a lot of teams gunning for us to lose.
Mate, you'll be there for another 5 years, in my opinion, mate. The way you're going, because you're still one of the top props in the game, if not the top prop in the game. But yeah, you're right. They've made it so much more interesting. It's fucking fun to watch a game where Australia may lose or New Zealand may lose. Obviously, I'll go for Australia, but
It's good. It's good, mate. That's what you want, and that's what we want the game to go. We want the game to grow as internationally and people to do that. So no, it's great, mate. It's good to see.
Yeah. All right, we've got the 1 minute wonder to finish off. I ask you some questions. You just first thing that comes to mind, just give us an answer. All right.
All right.
Player you've played alongside.
Best player?
Yeah.
Cameron Smith.
Best player you've played against.
Probably Tom Malolo and JT. Jonathan Thurston.
I get both a lot, you know. The toughest player you've ever played against or with? The toughest.
Probably, mate, played with probably Greg Bird and Paul Gallen, and played against probably Matt Scott, mate. He was pretty tough, Matt Scott.
The grubbiest player you've played against.
Grubbiest. Josh Reynolds.
3 times on this. One regret about your career, even that you've got another good 5 to 8 years, 10 years in you. Something you should have done earlier. Maybe you don't even need one. Well, your
one regret.
One regret. You wish you started earlier, or you should have done.
Yeah, I reckon started a bit later. I reckon my first grade. Yeah, a bit later. Another year or two. Yeah.
Who's the best player in the game today?
James Tedesco.
Tedesco, yes. The most overrated player in the game today. I want you to just have a biff with someone.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
The next champs of the NRL.
Sorry, mate. What did you say? Next champs?
The next champs of the NRL. Can you hear me, or am I cutting out?
I've got you now. You said the next champs?
The next champs of the NRL season. Next champs. Who's up next? Who do you reckon?
Us, mate. Knights, of course. I'm going to back the Knights.
All right. Who wins? Kim Zoo or Jeff Horn?
Zoo.
Everyone's picked Zoo. Who wins? Khabib or Tony Ferguson, if it ever happens?
Khabib.
Who wins out of Tyson Fury? Do this, please. Too good. Too good. Tyson Fury or AJ?
AJ. I reckon he's got a lot of.
Looks like Tyson Fury. You look like
I don't know. I reckon he's been burning, mate. He's burning. He's training hard. I reckon he's got a lot of heat on him.
Tyson's fucking awesome, mate. He's one of my favourites of all time. Last question, most important. Who wins in a street fight? Tucker or takedown?
Who? What did you say? What did you say?
Who wins in a street fight? A striker or a takedown? Who wins?
A striker.
Oh, you're on, mate. You're on. Fuck Jimmy and his BJJ bullshit. Mate, Klemmer, thank you very much, buddy, for coming on the show. Giving me an hour of your time, bro. It's been awesome. I wish you all the best. I hope you guys get on the field soon because I'm bored out of my fucking mind. That's why I started doing this shit. Mate, you're awesome. And you're a top-end bloke as well to boot. So, mate, good luck with the season. And hope you catch up with you soon, bro.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, mate.
See you, mate. Take care, bro.